Hi, and welcome to this week's sermon. In this week's Pasha, Pashas Behaalosecha, we have an interesting story with a very clear message that is given to us by Rabbi Yerucham Levovitz of Mir Yeshiva, who understands the text in a certain way and gives us a real take-home lesson. So Moshe Rabbeinu was approached by the Jewish people, and the Jewish people say to Moshe Rabbeinu, you know, this man thing is not really working for us anymore. It's the same all the time, and we're bored by it. We'd really rather go back to the fish that we had in Egypt, and the onions, and the melons, and the garlic. And Moshe Rabbeinu is exasperated. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He says, what am I supposed to do with these people? God, how do I manage these people? And he says, if I need to do this on my own, God, take me. Just kill me. Take me away. It's easier. And then God calls Moshe Rabbeinu and he says, okay, I will gather together 70 people which you know that were already the elders of the nation. And you take them to the Ohel Moed, take them to the tent of meeting. And there they should stand with you. And then the verse says the following, V'yarati, and I will come down. V'dibartim chasham, and I will speak to you there. V'otzalti min haruach asher alecha. And I will go ahead and I will move that spirit that is upon you. And I will increase it. V'samti aleim, and then I will give it to them. V'nosu itcha b'masa'am, and they will help you carry the burden of the nation. And you will not need to carry the burden of the nation all on your own. Moshe Rabbeinu is now being given help from 70 more people, and Moshe Rabbeinu feels really good that God has listened to him and God has helped him by giving him other people that will do the job together with him, and he won't have to do the job on his own. However, what Rabbi Yerucham points out over here is very important. God has actually said to Moshe Rabbeinu, you know, I believed in you. I thought you could do this job, and I know you could do this job on your own. You have a problem, you don't believe in yourself, that's fine. You need to have these extra people. I will give you more people to help you. But I want you to know one thing. When these people stand by the tent of meeting, when these people come and they will now receive the divine inspiration and the divine spirit of God, it is not something that they will be receiving on their own. Rather, it is something that will be channeled via you. I will increase that amount of knowledge of God. I will increase that light that I put upon you, and you take that light and pass it on to them. And what God was saying to Moshe Rabbeinu was as follows. You could have done this yourself. The light was coming through you anyway. Anything that they get actually starts by you. Anything that they do actually originates and emanates from you. And deep down inside, you really have the ability to solve this problem on your own. You didn't need to go to everybody else. Now, there are many times where we look out towards other people to help us to solve our problems. And there are times where we need these people to solve the problems and we cannot solve it ourselves. Many people have gone to therapy and they would have never been able to get through those problems without the proper therapist and without the proper direction. But in the end of the day, the therapist won't really do the work for you. You need to do the work yourself. The therapist will only guide you in the correct direction. And deep down, that power lies inside you. And for us, this is a great message. I remember having a conversation with somebody and I wanted his advice. And I said to him, listen, and I won't mention his name here, but I said, listen, I have the following option or proposal that somebody has made to me. And I told him about the proposal and I tried to explain it to him. And then he came back to me and he says, you know what, Rabbi? Deep down you know the answer. What's the answer? And I said, well, I think A. He says, that's right. That's the correct answer. Yes, you needed me to sort of bounce it off me. You needed me to ask me the question, and you needed to say, is it A or is it B, or should I do it this way, should I do it that way? But once you formulate it into words, and once you realize actually what the question is, you were able to answer that question yourself. You didn't need me to come there. And we are so much more resilient, and there's so much more inside us that we can do for ourselves without needing other people to do it for us. If we believe in ourselves, if we're willing to give ourselves the chance and we're willing to let ourselves try all these things, you'll start to see that many of the things that you found were impossible or many of the things that you couldn't do, you are able to do, because that self-belief is all you need to really give you the boost to be able to do it yourself. And Moshe Rabbeinu is being taught here by Hashem, and we all need to take that lesson. It all goes through you anyway. The channel was via you. You could have done this yourself. Okay, now I've given you the 70 people, but they're only getting their power from you. You could have managed this on your own. And so many times we can manage on our own if we're willing to give ourselves the power and we're willing to believe in ourselves. So believe in yourself. Allow yourself to be that much bigger than you really think that you are. And you will see when you believe you are actually bigger, you will come to become that much bigger, and you will fill that void that you think that you can never fill. Wishing you all a very good Shabbos.